Okay. Virtual LAN. What were the characteristics of a local area network?
Uh, uh, it's a private network. I mean,
Correct.
mm, mm, and it has a higher speed as compared to other
Wide
network
area.
like a WAN wide area network.
Correct. So high speed is there and private network it is. So if you want to connect to a public system or a system outside of your network, either you need a public
Yeah,
IP on both of them, or
yeah,
they should be connected via a device router in which you will create a gateway. Only then
yeah,
you will be able to connect them. Okay.
yeah,
So in every switch, there are multiple virtual LANs available which we can use. Generally
yeah,
for broadcast control, like where we want to send the data for security purpose. Like if you have multiple system and you want that some of them should be isolated.
yeah,
Okay. So in that case, they will remain the part of same network, but you will isolate them in your own network only. Okay. So if we connect multiple systems here, let me see this. This one is a switch, and we have PCs 1, 2, 3, 4. PC 0, 1, 2, and 3. They are connected via straight through cable. And all these PCs have an IP address which is assigned on them. Let's say 10.0.0.1 and 0.0.2 and 0.0.3 and 0.0.4. So if I want to connect from PC 0 to PC 3, can I do that? Can I ping from this PC to that PC?
so it's all on local area network, right?
Yep. They are just same network devices and they are connected via a switch. And now I want to check connectivity between PC 0 and PC 2. So will it be possible?
I think so.
You can connect them.
Yeah.
Okay. Because they are of same network and we are not using a switch here. So without any need of a gateway, we can connect these devices.
So when we need a gateway, when we're connecting the same area network,
Then you are connecting different networks. Then you need a gateway.
okay.
So let's say this one is our switch and 1, 2, 3, 4. The IP address that we are going to use 10.0.0.1.
Yep.
This time I'm not writing the subnet mask, the CIDR value.
Yep.
We have to assign these on the systems too. Before that, I'm using straight through cable from fast Ethernet 0 to 02, 03, and 04.
Yep.
Desktop IP address 10.01. So all of these devices have been connected, and if I want to check the connectivity, we are just going to go to command prompt to ping 10.0.0.3. So we are able to connect. But now what I want that just hold on a minute. तो किसका था? अच्छा 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 वो बोले नंबर सेव नहीं है क्या? मैं करता हूँ एक बार सेशन के बाद. Okay. Sorry about that. So now what we want to do is that PC0 should be able to communicate with PC3, but not any other devices. And the remaining two devices should be able to communicate with each other. Okay. So this is our goal that we want to achieve for now. If we try to connect from 10.0.0.1 to 10.0.0.2, we can do that for now. We are getting the reply.
Yep.
Okay, same for 10.0.4. And same for PC1. PC1 can connect with 10.0.3 and we can also connect to 10.0.4. So now I want to isolate these devices, and for that we are going to use VLAN. So it is nothing but a logical boundary on a switch that we will be creating to isolate the devices.
Yep.
Okay. Here. Logical boundary available on switch to isolate the devices and to do broadcast control. So we can control where the traffic should go. Okay. In turn, we can also manage security, or you can say we can also increase security.
Yep.
Security of the network. Mainly that's it. So by default, if you see in your switch, there it is. Go to your switch, command line interface. We want to go to privilege mode, so enable. And here, if we want to see some particular interface, we can use show IP interface. So it is showing us that VLAN is administratively down. If I want to check VLANs, I can do show VLAN. So a long list is showing here. starting from here till here. If you only want to see the meaningful data, in that case, you can do show VLAN brief. Information that we want.
Yeah.
If you see right now, some VLANs are already available. We have VLAN 1, then 1002, 1003, 1004, and 1005. Okay.
Yep.
So what is happening here? If you see VLAN 1, all the interfaces which are available here, all the ports are part of VLAN 1. Okay.
Yep.
It's from FA01 to FA024. So in single line, you can say all the ports in a single VLAN can communicate with each other. Ports in VLAN can communicate with so what was our situation here? What we wanted to do? We wanted that.
We want to separate
Right.
PC1 and PC3.
And PC these two. So PC0 and PC2 should be able to communicate, and PC1 and PC3 should be able to communicate. So what we can do here, we can just add these two PCs 0 and 2 in a single VLAN, and the other two PCs in the different VLAN.
Yep.
If we see here, right now some default VLANs are already available from starting from 1 and then 102 to 105. So this is the default case that we use, but mostly we will be creating our own VLANs.
Yep.
Okay. So by default in VLANs, which are the types of VLAN. First one you can say default VLAN, and other one are managed. You can say just managed VLAN, or you can say user defined. Default VLAN, we have 5 VLANs starting from VLAN 1 and VLAN 1002 to 1005, and the remaining are part of managed VLAN starting from 2 to 1001.
Yep.
So we can directly use those VLANs here to separate our devices, and only those devices will be able to communicate who are part of a single VLAN.
Yep.
Okay. So let's go to the system. Now what we want to do, we want to create some VLANs and add our interfaces in those particular VLANs. So before talking about creating a VLAN, let's talk about how to access a configuration mode of our interface. Okay. So for accessing the configuration mode of an interface, you need to go to configure terminal.
Yep.
Terminal. And here you can select which interface you want to change the parameters of. Okay. Like let me do interface. I want to manage a fast Ethernet interface. So fast Ethernet. In that we have multiple interfaces starting from 0. And before that, if I show you interface and put a question mark, So these are the interfaces which are available here.
Yep.
Fast Ethernet, Ethernet, Gigabit, port, channel, VLAN. And if you want to select a range of an interface, that is also possible. So I'm selecting Fast Ethernet 0/1.
Yep.
Now, if you see here, we are in config IF.
Yep.
And let me check. Yep, I wrote it wrongly. Just let me. Just hold on a sec.
Yep.
Okay. So yesterday I wrote it in the last session. I wrote it backwards. So if we are in the configuration mode of our interface. If you want to check what you can do here, just put a question mark. These are the things that you can manage here. Let's say I want to change the description of the interface. So I can just write description. And let me just write it here. This is
So it should be in the comma.
double inverted commas.
Yep.
This is a part of new VLAN. And exit from here, again exit. If I do show interfaces, here it is. We have a description. If we see the next one, Fast Ethernet 2, we don't have a description.
Yep.
So if you want to add description for multiple interfaces so that you can differentiate between them, you can do that. Okay. And next is how do we create a VLAN and how do we add our particular interface, particular port in that VLAN. Okay. We can create VLANs from 2 to 1001. Let's say in our case, the red VLAN, I'm gonna name that VLAN as 2. VLAN 2 will be named as red and VLAN 3 will be named as color that we used there. Okay, blue and green. So for creating a VLAN, go to your switch. Again, configuration mode. Configure terminal. As we saw before, there were 5 VLANs which were default VLANs. I'm going to create another one. So VLAN 2.
VLAN 2.
We are in the configuration mode of our VLAN now.
Yep.
Okay. Then I want to name that VLAN, so let's say name. Either you can just use the color coding, or if you want to divide them according to the branch, like this one is a account section and this one is a sales section, you can do that. So let's say this one is sales and then exit. Another VLAN, VLAN 3, name, admin, and exit. So now we got two VLANs here, which are extras. So if we do show VLAN with a do in front, so do show VLAN, here they are.
Yeah.
So now they are added as a part of, they are added, and right now there is no port which is part of that VLAN. Okay,
Yeah.
so this one, let's say, is the sales VLAN, the blue one, and
Yeah.
this one is our admin. So check the interface of the switch. Which interface is connected with the sales VLAN, sales PC, PC01, fast Ethernet 01.
Yep.
Not here, and the route and the switch end.
Oh, switch and fast 01. Yep.
So fast Ethernet 01. So what you need to do is go to the configuration mode of that interface. We saw how we can go there. Just select the interface fast Ethernet 01. Here you need to run a simple command, that is switch port access to VLAN 2. So we are just gonna change the access mode of this particular switch to this particular port to VLAN 2. Before it was part of VLAN 1. If I run this command, enter, and now we do show VLAN brief, do show VLAN brief. Here you can see.
Yep.
Okay. Same thing we need to do. Which one is the next interface?
Admin. That's 2. What is
No,
that?
for
No,
this one,
3.
3.
Fast. Yep, 3.
So out from the particular interface if you want. Otherwise, you can continue with the same like command. But here, if you want to directly write that command, you cannot use tab.
Yep.
Okay. So if you want that the tab completion should work, you need to come out from that first. Now you can use the tab completion.
Yep.
Net 03. Same command here, switch port,
Switch port.
access, VLAN 2.
So why you writing? Why you typing SWI then again switch port access and
No,
then the complete?
I'm just pressing tab. So it completes the name, it completes the command, no issues, but it completes the command in the next line. If you want that it should be is in the single line, like let's select the next interface, fast Ethernet 02. In that case, you need to write the whole command on your own.
Okay.
Put access VLAN 3. Use tab completion. It will take the command in the next line as it completes the command.
Yeah.
This time I'm directly selecting the interface from here. Interface fast Ethernet 0, 2, 3, 4, 0/. If I press enter, now I'm the configuration mode I'm in the configuration mode of fast Ethernet 04, but we cannot tell the difference, right? Because it was before the same thing config if, it is still now the same thing.
Yep.
So it is better to first exit and then switch to
Exit
that
and
interface.
then yeah.
And switch port access 3. I'm only writing some characters of the full command. Still that will work, because if it found the same match, it will run that exact command from here. If I want to directly go to privilege mode from here, I can press Control Z.
Yep.
It will directly take me to the privilege mode where we can do show VLAN brief. And as you can see, 01, 03, 02, and 04. So if you ping from your system PC 0 to PC 3, the last PC.
Yep.
So request timed out. If you want to connect 1003, you are getting the output. You are getting the reply.
Yep. So you did for PC1 to PC3. So you pinged PC1 to 3, right? From 1 to 3.
Zero, yeah, from this one to this one.
This is the zone.
If I ping from this one to the last one, which have IP 1004, that will connect. But if I try to ping on 1003 or 1001 from this PC, you will not be able to connect. So we just created a boundary between these devices, so they will only be able to connect in that specific boundary, not outside of that boundary. Okay.
Yep.
Like this, we can create virtual LANs. So we are not gonna do that much today. Before that, I have an assignment for you.
Yep.
Now I have switch 0. So two switches are there. Switch 2. PC 4 PCs are there, or let's say 6 PCs are there. Starting from PC 1, 2, okay. So what you need to do here is
Yep.
PC 1 and PC 4 should be able to communicate. At first, when you connect them and assign them IP addresses, all should be able to communicate with each other. Okay. But after configuring some VLANs, only these devices should be able to communicate. So from what we have covered till now, you only have to use those features and need to do the scenario. As for the network of the IP address, you can use the network 10.0/8. So you can assign any IP addresses from this network. As for the VLAN configuration, 3 VLANs are there. So VLAN 10, whose name will be sales. VLAN 20, whose name will be developer, dev. VLAN 30. Okay.
Yep.
So you need to create this scenario.
All right, so I'm gonna use the same IP for all the PCs, from PC1 to PC6.
No, this is a network. The 10.0.0. I told you the network ID. In this
Yeah.
network,
So
all the IPs are available from starting from 1.10.0.0.1 to 10.255.255.25. So we have around 1 crore 67 lakh IPs. So you can use any of them on these 6
yeah.
PCs.
So can I use the same like for
It's
like
not
the one
possible.
that you're?
Okay, like this.
So that's what we did. I mean,
Yeah, you
yeah,
can
one,
use
two,
like.
three. Yeah,
Mhm.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, yep, yep.
I thought
Okay.
you were saying like same like this.
Yeah.
So if you try to do this, assigned it here on PC third. Now let's do 003. So we are able to connect on that IP address. Still, we didn't want to connect it, and right now we have created VLANs. That's why it is connecting. But if you try to assign same IP address in the same network, which is already occupied, you will get an error.
Okay. Yep.
So yeah, this is, you can say, the first assignment. And in the
All
next
right.
session, we'll talk about our next topic, which is related to VLAN only. So we have 2 more topics related to VLAN. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll cover those in the next session.
Okay.
Let me save it. Browse documents. Okay. Okay.
All right.
So as for practical, either you can install this one, the student version, or you can install any version you want.
Okay. No
So
worries.
the working is same. There's not much difference in the packet tracer versions. Okay.
All right.
So let's continue tomorrow.
Yep.
Okay then.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow then. So I will
Yeah,
be. So you can come at like we can start at 5:15.
that will be here. What time according to
Uh,
Indian?
so that's quarter past one.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Like same we did yesterday. Today, but I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
late like a couple of minutes.
No issues. So sure, we can do that.
All right. No
Okay,
worries. Thank you.
welcome.
All
Bye.
right. Bye.